anyone really able to do the groundwork, do the real journalism to figure out what it is with this braiding gel that they use in the salons? Because why? What is this whiteness?
Hello everybody, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's Cynthia here, and guys, in today's video we're going to be talking about how braiders are packing a lot of gels on clients' hair. Now tell me why braiders are using half a jar of gel on one person's head. Everywhere on TikTok, people are complaining that their braider is slicking their natural hair like it's a criminal that needs to be detained. And the worst part, some of these gels are hard, like helmet hard. Clients are saying their hair feel crunchy, flakes the next day, breaks off when they take the braid down, and some even end up with buildup that looks like dandruff. But hey, the braiders are saying it's for a cleaner look. So where is the line between neat work and unnecessary product overload? Without wasting too much time, let's get right into this video.
Why is everything drowning in braid gel now? It doesn't matter what style you get, what you do, or what's going on. It's a buttload of braid gel. What's going on with it? If we really want to keep it real and keep it a buck, all that gel don't do nothing but cause flaking. And it don't even look good the next day. It look a mess. It looks muddy. It look like you done had your hair up for forever. Back in the day, them old school stylists, y'all know what I'm talking about. They relied on grip and prep. Sometimes they may have used a little bit of jam, but it was nothing like what y'all use now. And I just want to know, like, where did that come from? Where? And I'm going to keep it a buck, and let's be real if we going to be anything. Product should not replace skill. And I feel as though a lot of people have gotten it misconstrued. Product, again, should not and does not replace skill. Period.
Honestly, I get what she's saying, because now it's like they just slap a handful of gel on your head when they're trying to get your hair braided. Before you know it, the next day your hair is looking white.
Guys, this hairstyle is like a week old now, and this lady used gel to braid my hair. Now look, like already dandruff. Mind you, I already washed my hair previously before she braided it, and now it just feels like the gel is itching and overpowering.
That's true. Before you know it, your hair is itching. Before you know it, you're like, you can't wait to get the hair down. And this is something that costs you money. This is something that you wanted to rock for at least a month.
We are in a pandemic of gummy wax hair braiders. And so many Instagram stylists, pages, and they cannot braid without gummy. And gummy, excessive amount of gummy, which is actually really bad for our hair. What happened to grip? Like, what happened to even just braids? Like, not just knotless braids. Like, knotless braids are great, but not everyone wants knotless braids. Not everyone wants a large amount of gummy or edge control on their hair.
Well, they'll tell you the reason why they're using large portion of gel is just to make the pattern neat. And she asked a question, what happened to grip? Those days, they didn't even need gel. It was hair cream. Hair cream, they'll just use to, grease the pattern and all.
Attention, our braiders, please stop using this. Stop using this. I just had braids in my head. This is my hair. All of this is my hair. They came out of my head when I just watched. Look! It's the side. Look at how much of my hair came out. I don't know. We gotta start sewing these, folks. Please stop using this. Please stop using this braiding gel. Look at my hair. This is all of my hair that just came out of my head. It's the size of my freaking forehead. Like, that's not cool, bro.
She's lucky she still has some good amount of hair on her head. That was a lot of shedding. What?
We really need to talk about the gel epidemic amongst hair braiders, because why are there 32 tablespoons of gel in my head? Everybody's complaining about the price of braids, and I think that they're raising the prices like that because they're spending all the money on gel. I am so confused because back in the day when I was going to the African braiders, they maybe use like a tiny little bit of gel, but nothing crazy. And it's like now when I get my braids done by African braiders, by like regular American braiders, whatever, they are slathering that shit on myself, slathering it on to the point where I'm just like, touching my head, I feel like I have to wash my hands. And the last 2 times I've gotten my braids done by 2 completely separate people, afterwards I've had to wash my hair because it's so sticky and heavy with gel that I feel like as soon as I walk outside, any damn debris that's in the air is immediately going to stick to my head with all this damn gel. Like, do y'all remember this candy from back in the day? That is what I feel like is in my head. Y'all are just squeezing this sticky shit on my head in a way that just does not make sense. The amount of product is too much. You want to, put all this gel in my head. Then you want to oil my scalp. Then you want to spray some oil sheet on the braids. Then you want to put the wrap foam on. And I'm just like, you charge $400 for braids because you're putting half the damn beauty supply store in my head. It's just way too much product.
The gel is a lot. The product they put in one's hair when trying to get it braided is a lot. It's like, just braid the hair, make it fine, make it cute. You can use your grip to make it neat. You don't need that much gel.
Look at this gel, guys. Look at this white stuff from the gel. I hate the gel.
And if you look at this hair, she probably got them like a day before, and you're already looking like this. Wow.
Anyone really able to do the groundwork, do the real journalism to figure out what it is with this braiding gel that they use in the salons? Because why? What is this whiteness? I just got my braids done, Friday? Today's Tuesday? What's going on? Why is this happening at the top of my head? I have done nothing, okay? You'll see how pronounced my forehead is. This is the freshest the braids are looking, which I hate. But why is this happening? What's going on in the braiding gel? Someone needs to tell me immediately because I cannot. Like, do I really need to scrub the top of my head and have it look all frizzy a few days after I get a fresh, unacceptable, and it's upsetting me and my homegirls. Like, come on.
It's affecting her and her homegirls. It's really annoying, honestly, when you look at it, because are you supposed to wash your hair and then scatter the hair that you already just made, like today or yesterday, that you spent a lot of money on?
Knotless braids truly are a scam because I just got these braids 30 minutes ago and they already look like this. I need answers. Do I need to put the knot back in? I can't.
30 minutes ago, the hair looked like it's been on her head for a week. Honestly.
Me is, especially when I get boho braids or just any braids for real, after I'm done, I get a wet washcloth and I just wipe them. Because why do they use so much gel? It's like, I get it, you want to make it last and all that stuff, and you got to separate the hair, but the gel feeling, I hate it. It'd be too sticky. I don't even know how to describe like the residue. But yeah, I just take a wet washcloth and I wipe through pretty much every braid because I hate the feeling. So yeah, just a little hack if you also hate the gel as well. Bye.
And then you have to deal with your hair feeling wet or damp, which is still ew to me. I think that's like the way to go, just to get the whole thing out. But honestly, like, who told them they need that much gel to make the hair neat? This thing is recent. They recently said doing this. And that's part of the reasons why you see I don't get my hair braided often, because I'm afraid of that feeling, that look, and it would just make me so upset.
Put this much jam on your finger and then you're going to slap it on that section so you can get the perfect braid, okay? Y'all don't listen to that. That is not the amount of freaking gel that you use there. Like, that's going to clog the pores. It's going to cause buildup. Don't do that. Don't do that. You see the braid what I just did on her hair? there is nowhere near that much product that I put on her hair. Don't use a lot, but use enough.
Honestly, at first I was scared. I was like, why is she holding that much gel? But honestly, guys, that's how much some of these braiders put on people's hair. She was just trying to give an example of, not to put too much gel on your hair. But honestly, some of these people use that much on their clients' hair.
Stop using so much gel. I think a lot of stylists today need to hear this because it's become a thing these days to use ungodly amounts of gel. Now, I definitely use braiding gel, but I don't recommend using things like gummy wax and other styling waxes as a braiding gel because they aren't. As you can see, this causes a lot of build-up for the client, especially if they've got a sensitive scalp already, and it can really start to affect them. Now, I like to use the orange Shine and Jam, And although with this client we won't ever be able to avoid him getting some form of build-up as he does have a problematic scalp, it's essential that you find products that work for your clients. I discussed with him whether or not he would still like me to use gel on his hair for today's appointment, as we were going to be doing some straight back cornrows, and he did request that I do still use gel, but we did make sure during his hair wash to really make sure that I was getting his scalp clean, as we don't want to leave any flakes or anything on the scalp. So maybe more experienced stylists would know about, you know, not using gummy and so on and so forth. But if you are a beginner stylist, your clients will thank you if you switch to a braiding gel. And to any clients that think these hairstyles can be done without gel, a lot of the newer hairstyles actually do need some sort of styling or foaming product to get that sleek and neat look that you want. If you're not bothered about the sleekness, then it doesn't necessarily matter and you can do without using the gel. But if you do want that really shiny kind of smooth look, unless your hair is chemically treated, in some cases like relaxed, it just won't look like that. For example, you can use things like Blue Magic, but again, it will look neat, but it won't look shiny and sleek, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. So just make sure to request at your appointment if you would like it without gel.
At least she's offering, giving them options. Do you want gel or not? I think that's a fairer way to go about things like this.
The only thing I hate after getting my hair done is when they have that gel caked up. It be showing everywhere. Every time after I get my hair done, I see this freaking gel. Why do they be putting so much on the hair? Do I have to ask them to put a little bit? Like, what do I do?
The way she's putting her face is really relatable, because honestly, that's how, when I see gel on my hair, that's how my face is.
I use this braiding gel and a lot of my hair been coming out. Maybe I'm putting too much on my hair. I don't know. I want to cry. Someone help me.
She hasn't even finished losing her hair and that much hair is out already. That's the same thing with the other girl complained about this same gel cutting their hair. Girls, you should be careful out there.
I just don't understand why she thought it was okay to put all this product on my hair. I had seen somebody say, like, the new braid girlies don't really know how to braid and grip because why they put so much product. And this is my first time experiencing somebody put so much product in my hair. Like, mind you, it's Saturday. I got my hair done Tuesday. You hear that? That shit is fucking stiff. Like that shit is stiff.
I feel for her.
The braids eat down, like, these bitches eat down, but this fucking edge control that they be using to slick down the hair ain't it. Like, what happened to using a fucking signing jam and calling it a day? Like, this new shit is fucking up the rotation, because now I got all these white spots going all throughout my hair, all throughout my braids. Like, this shit is not cute. It's like, how the fuck am I supposed to clean this up too? Like, get this white residue from out of my hair. Like, can y'all braiders find a different alternative than these fucking cheap ass edge controls that's making everybody's hair turn white? Like, I really don't understand why people stop using Shiny Jam. Like, it never disappoints. This shit is slick, but it's white. And I don't like it. Like, I'm not even over exaggerating. Like, the braids really eat down, but like, look at my fucking scalp. Like, it look like I got some type of disease or some shit going on. Like, it's not cute. It's real bad on this side though, but I don't know. I can't even see the back. Ain't no telling what the fuck the back look like, but it ain't it.
Her hair looks like, she has like gray hairs on them. It's funny how that look came from just the gel they put on the hair.
When did braiders decide it was okay to part the scalp with gel? If y'all see the amount of flakes I have, these are not dandruff flakes. Even though I be having bad dandruff flakes, these are gel flakes. And they are like I not washed my hair. I showered without a shower cap just to like wet my scalp. And when I was like pulling, I just saw all the gel just it's deep in there. Like, it's in there. And I'm not going to take these braids out prematurely, because even sitting there and waiting as long as I did, yeah, these braids going to stay in until March, maybe. We'll say until March. But gel is my enemy. Anyone that is okay with braiders braiding with gel, no, it feels anti-black, and I don't like it.
At the end of the day, this so much gel that they use to make the hair neat ends up making the hair look messy, old, and dry. Because when you see the flakes coming out, when you see the dry scalp, when you see how ugly, sorry to say, the hair looks when this whole gel is dried up, it's just annoying. And I don't know, but I feel like braiders should look for another alternative, or they should just go back to the good old days where they'll pat the hair and use grease to just like put on the pads and then braid your hair neatly, with good grip, not tight grip, but good grip. So your hair lasts long. Remember when braids used to last like a whole month or 2 months, sometimes 3 months?
Braids used to last for 3 months. Did you hear what I said? 3 months. We used to be able to go and get a braided style, like some micros or some small box braids, and they would stay in your head and they would look good for a minimum of 3 months. Not a maximum, a minimum of 3 months. How do I know? Let's just say you was going on vacation, okay? You going to Cancun, you going to Florida, somewhere it's going to be a pool. You go to get the braids because you know you're going to be able to swim with them, and they still going to look good because why? Chlorine is in the water. You got to what? You got to wash your hair. You could wash your hair with braids from back in the day, and it would still look good for up to 3 months. The only thing you would need to do is figure out what you was going to do with your new growth. But the braid itself wasn't no friend. They weren't coming out. Them braids was in there with Gorilla Glue. You see what I'm saying? 3 months. I could wash it. Now your new growth going to tell a story. It's going to look completely different from the actual braid. I said this on another video, and people was in my comments like, yeah, I still got braids in from October. This January. They saying that in January. People in the comments like, that's nasty. You shouldn't even keep braids in that long. That's strict. Why you think the braids? First of all, the reason they was able to charge so much money for those braids, one was because, of course, how long it took, how much time it took. But it was because I know how much you will really be paying in the span of 3 months. You get your hair done every 2 weeks. You spending $40, that's $80 a month. 8, 16, 240. Do the math. $240 you would have spent in 3 months had you not got these braids. So I could charge you at least $240 because this style is lasting you $240 worth of time. It seemed like we getting charged a whole lot of money for stuff, but we not getting the value. Maybe it's just me.
Now it's not, you can't even get braids to last up to 3 months or even up to a month. It's crazy. But yes, guys, let me know what you all think about this in the comments. And yes, beautiful people, I've come to the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, do not forget to give the video a fat thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, consider subscribing, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.